Hey guys, Darren Miles, Darren Miles Photography, based here in beautiful, sunny Southwest Florida. Before we begin into this video, let me just apologize for the audio. There's a lot of echo in here. I've got some sound dampening equipment here, but I apologize for the audio up front because invariably somebody's going to tell me, hey, the echo is killing your sound. I know, my apologies. What I wanted to do today is something a little bit different than what I usually do. Today's a little bit of a tutorial, and today's on how to get a perfectly white background for your professional headshots. What I want to do today is I want to walk you through my studio setup and how I get a white background. Now, by the way, there's a lot of ways to do this. This is just how I choose to do it. It's proven to work really well. It's very consistent, and I've been very successful with it. So for starters, for my key light right here, I'm going to give you settings. I'm going to give you everything so that if you want to mimic this, you can. Okay, first things first, this is a ProPhoto B1. You don't need a ProPhoto B1. I prefer ProPhotos. I like their off-camera flash and how well their triggers work with most of my camera systems. It's a ProPhoto B1 attached to a 5 or 6 foot parabolic umbrella from Westcott. Love this thing. Silver lined. You can do it with white. I wouldn't recommend gold, but you can do it with white or do it with silver. Silver gives you more of a high fashiony kind of punchy, sharper look. White's a little bit softer. Over here, this is an Einstein 640, whatever, Einstein 640 from Paul C. Buff. I love these things too. I've had these for a very long time. They're still old reliable. They work extraordinarily well. I put a ProPhoto ProPhoto umbrella on here, medium-sized, deep, parabolic, white umbrella. This is for my fill, okay? So key light, fill light. Over here, I have two Einstein 640s, only set to a quarter power, really low power. You don't need a lot of flash, otherwise you'll completely wash out your subject down the background, which can or cannot work. By the way, for fill, for the key light, the ProPhoto set to 8, which is about 80% power, and the fill is set to about half power. You can even go a little bit lower to kind of fill in that shadow side so that your shadows aren't too harsh. This is a professional portrait. It's not an artsy, high fashion portrait where you might want to go for that Rembrandt type lighting. This is more key and fill. And then in the background, I've got two Einstein 640s, both set at about a quarter power to illuminate the background. So let's move over to the camera. Let's talk about the settings over there. Over here, this is a Canon EOS R. The very camera that I bagged on a while ago for only having one memory card slot. I will say that I've always loved Canon color. I've always loved Canon glass. I have a lot of Canon glass that I haven't been using, and I'm so glad that I can actually use it again. The EF to RF adapter that Canon sells with the EOS R works flawlessly. My image quality is even better because the autofocus system on the EOS R is so superior to the DSLR versions of the Canon cameras. It's been sublime. I've had a great experience with this. But anyway, let's talk about settings. So the EOS R is set at f8. The shutter speed is 1/125th of a second, ISO 100. We're triggering it with the ProPhoto Air TTL C trigger right here. You can see it, that's a test shot right there. Works great. I have it tethered via Tether Tools, one of these Tether Tool lines, to my Apple MacBook Pro. And I'm tethering. The best part about this, when I tether, I'm going to turn this thing around so I can show you. When we take the pictures, I have it set up wirelessly to Apple TV so that my images show up on the screen here during the viewing session, or actually during the session itself. This is great because sometimes a client will want their picture right away and they don't want to wait for their photo. And what we can do in a situation like this with tethering is that I can actually show them the pictures as we take them, or at the end of the session. We can review those pictures and they can make their selection today, now, and I can get their picture tonight. A couple things of note about that. What's so great about it is that you can turn your images around faster, and clients, you can charge a little bit more for that too. Clients really like it because it's like a same-day type service. So think of that as like a premium that you can add to your offerings for your clients. Same-day service. Clients love that if they need it. It's kind of like overnight shipping. Don't really want to use it, but if you need it, you need it. So what we're going to do now, we're going to run through an actual live photo shoot. We're going to do it in a time-lapse type fashion. I don't want to bore you with every step in the process, but I do want to show you what that looks like high speed wise. And then I'm going to show you some of the results from this photo shoot and from several other photo shoots that I've done with this background. So check it out. So there you have it. That's a setup that I use to give you, or to give my images, a white background. I recognize there's more than one way to skin a cat, but that's the way that I've been doing it that has proven to be very successful, at least in my business. Curious to hear from you down in the comments below. I want you to tell us what your experience has been or what you do to get a white background. I'm Darren Miles with Darren Miles Photography, and I'm based here in beautiful, sunny Southwest Florida. If you like videos like this, go ahead and give me a like, or better yet, subscribe. Until the next time, happy shooting.